morning. You may be seated. Before we get going this morning, I would ask that each of us secure our cell phones, turn off the ringers, and give our attention to the graduates this morning. Welcome to the Medical College of Wisconsin's 2025 Commencement Ceremony. We recently celebrated our match day, and I'm excited that we're all together again last evening with the students and their family, and today for the important task of honoring these graduates. I'd ask for the next hour, we focus our undivided attention on the class of 2025. They enter this room a scientist, they leave this room a physician. Today they're taking on a huge commitment to humanity. It's a special day for all of them and for all of you who supported them and helped them get to this day. As Green Bay graduates, they'll join a growing group of physicians who trained here. As with Match Day, I know you'll cheer for your graduate. I need your help on this to cheer for all the graduates. Is that a deal? There are many of the faculty who are busy seeing patients, and they'll be watching this ceremony tonight or at a later time. We're a community-based medical school in Green Bay, and without them, we would cease to exist. To my friends and colleagues who serve as teachers, we salute you this morning in your service to this program. Thank you. I'd ask we give them a round of applause, even though they're not with us. To our alumni who are here today, you have no idea how excited it makes me to see you, both participating in the ceremony and back in practice. I saw several this week, and for the dean of a medical school, it's nothing finer than to hear of their success and their practice here in the community, and now even teaching our students. Thank you to each of you. To our friends and colleagues at Princess of Narathiwat and Songkhla and Ramativiti, far away in Thailand, but supporting our students and hosting one this year, thank you. And again, we look forward to exchanging our students and colleagues as we've done so many times in the past. Families, friends of the graduates, thank you for your undivided, unwavering commitment to their success. Where we've talked quietly, they needed help. Where you welcomed them home, you sustained them. Thank you. Nobody arrives here accidentally. Since the class of 2025 began their training and publicly expressed a willingness to devote their lives to the service of humanity through medicine, this class has displayed incredible endurance, determination, and resilience. They've really been the hallmarks of their achievement. They've made difficult choices, sacrificed much to be here, and they've overcome all of the obstacles each and every day. In their lives, there have been weddings, a couple of funerals, children, competing responsibilities. They've managed it all with grace, and I'm very proud of each of you. Today's their day. We're proud of them. We celebrate their achievement. The journey has not been easy, but you made it. I would now like to introduce Dr. John R. Raymond, Sr., President and CEO of the Medical College of Wisconsin, to offer his congratulations to the graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Hunsaker. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, graduating class of 2025, distinguished guests, community leaders, friends, family members, and all who care about our future doctors. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this 8th commencement ceremony for the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. This truly is a celebratory milestone for our soon-to-be, their family and friends, the community, and indeed the profession of medicine. To our graduating students, you are our future, and we thank you for your flexibility, your maturity, and the resilience you've shown throughout your education here. for your leadership, empathy, and for your trust in science, for being champions of rationality, and for being extremely caring and supportive of your colleagues, your patients, and the community throughout your education. Your white coat ceremony marked the official beginning of your journey toward becoming physicians. That day was one of the first of many in your career as physicians, and I have no doubt that today, as you formally become our newest physicians, will be among the most memorable. Now I see you in your gowns, hopeful and excited about taking the next steps in your journey. Today's a culmination of your hard work, commitment, and dedication to your medical school studies, but more importantly, it marks the beginning of your lifelong work as healers, and you will elevate the health and the health care and well-being of our communities and the world at large. We hope that you, our students, soon to be doctors, will take pride in what you've accomplished here at MCW Green Bay, and that you will carry forward your founding spirit and your fundamental connections to our community. I'm confident that your careers will bring great promise, built upon the wonderful tradition that is MCW and MCW Green Bay. I also hope that each of you will be mindful of the mounting pressures on medicine now and into the future. Remember to live in the moment while you look to the future. Draw strength from your peers, colleagues, friends, and experiences, and most of all from your loved ones. Make time to refresh, revitalize, and renew yourselves, your body, your mind, and your relationships. Maintain your sense of purpose and savor the satisfaction and the privilege and joy of practicing medicine. Look back, reflect on your accomplishments, and gaze ahead with us into your bright futures. On this milestone occasion, I also wish to express my own gratitude to our partners throughout the region. We couldn't have done this without you. We thank you not only for embracing our vision, but for building something truly unique and special that has become a national model for medical education right here in northeastern Wisconsin. And we hope that you'll continue to partner with us as we continue to make this idea one that is sustainable, impactful, and continuingly relevant. At this time, I'd like to share a few words of congratulations from the Medical College of Wisconsin Board of Trustees. Unfortunately, our board chair, Elizabeth Betsy Brenner, is unable to join us today, but she asked me to pass along the board's heartiest congratulations and fondest wishes for your bright futures. Our trustees take great pleasure and pride in your accomplishments. As you commence your new beginnings as physicians, they salute you and wish you the very best. And, like us, they're confident that you'll bring great honor both to yourselves and to your alma mater. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Raymond. MCW Green Bay is building a legacy every day. When we started in 2014, we required the full effort of the community, the physicians, those who supported the students, those who've provided scholarships, all of them has supported this. And now as our fellowship of graduates now practicing locally grows, I'm so excited, as I mentioned, to have them a part of things in their roles as attendings. I now invite Dr. Colin Hess to deliver the charge from the alumni. Dr. Hess is an alumnus of the Medical College of Wisconsin Green Bay class of 2020 and completed his residency training in 23 in family medicine through one of the Medical College of Wisconsin affiliated hospital programs. He is currently practicing here in Green Bay. Dr. Hess?
Thank you. As Dr. Hunsaker said, I'm one of the local family docs. I graduated here not long ago, back in 2020. Although my graduation was a little bit weird, I got to do it virtually because of COVID, which I was one of the few people that was wanted to be here and say, yep, I want to celebrate all the events that you guys have done here as well, and celebrate that next step in the journey. I was just like, you know what, these regalia gowns are really hot, and I hate waiting a full hour in these things. So I will try to keep some of my stuff here a little bit short, but I had a couple of tips as you guys are heading forward into residency that I wanted to pass along to you. The first one is probably something I've learned as much from being a parent as being a physician, and that is it's not always important to just be right. Sometimes it's easy to be right. I've got a 3-year-old, and I'll just go through examples from the last week. No, you cannot put syrup in your cereal. No, you have to stop jumping on the bed. Yes, you have to use the bathroom before we leave. It's easy to be right sometimes. And certainly as you look forward to your medical career, you've learned a lot these past couple of years, and you'll continue to learn a lot in the next few years about what to do in all these different situations. You'll learn what is right. But patients aren't always going to listen. Sometimes your kids are going to fall off the bed. They're going to put syrup in their cereal, and you're going to be there to clean up the mess. The same thing will happen with your patients. And it's one of those tough things you have to get past and learn to forgive them for that. It's not just saying that you're going to do it my way. It's saying, you know what, when you do it your way, if that doesn't go well, where are we going to go from there? Learn to forgive them for that. The next tip is related to that, and that's learn to forgive yourself. Medicine's kind of set up for you to fail a lot of times. A lot of people here have played golf and are probably far better than I am. I'm terrible at it. I like Frisbee golf, and I'm only a hair better at that. And both of those are always set up for you to fail. You go up and you know exactly what you want to do. You have a great plan of how you're going to be successful. But there's bunkers, there are these water traps, there's all sorts of trees everywhere. And what you're going to find is you go up and you hit your golf ball or throw your disc, and you end up in the weeds somewhere all the time. Medicine's going to be a similar thing. You're going to get a lot better at it, but you're going to fail a lot. There's going to be a lot of days where you feel like, man, I wish I had done something just a little bit better there. Learn to embrace that and learn to forgive yourself for that. Don't let those failures defeat you. And then the last point that I want to make is you have a nice MD behind your name now, but credentials don't always matter. I'm going to go back to some parenting lessons I've learned, and one of those is I love using the phrase of, because I'm the dad, and my wife loves using the phrase, because I'm the mom, that's why. We're going to do it this way because I'm in charge. Your patients are going to see that MD behind your name, and they're going to appreciate that, but they're not going to give you a ton of respect just based on that. They're going to respect you because of all the hard work that you've done to get to this point, for how much you care about all your patients, including them, and for how much that you've learned. If you can continue to demonstrate that to them, that's what's going to get you the respect. That's what's going to help them to actually listen to what you have to say. And that's where it's really going to help you be successful going forward here. You should be very proud of all the things that you've accomplished at this point. Keep doing what you've been doing, and you'll do great. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Dr. Hess. Always good to see you. Sometimes I even talk them into playing piano for ceremonies and things. Dr. Brian Burnett is a board-certified hematologist and medical oncologist with Green Bay Oncology here in town. Since completing his internal medicine residency, his hematology oncology fellowship at the Mayo Clinic in 2013, he's cared for patients throughout Northeast Wisconsin and his native Upper Peninsula of Michigan. A dedicated advocate for clinical research, Dr. Burnett serves as principal investigator for the HSHS St. Vincent Hospital Regional Cancer Center Research Institute. Brian plays a national leadership role in community-based cancer trials as a community co-chair for several National Cancer Institute-sponsored studies. He's a member of the ECOG Akron Breast Cancer Committee. His efforts have earned him annual recognition from the NCI for exceptional patient enrollment in clinical trials. Beyond the clinic, Dr. Burnett leads the Green Bay Oncology Group branding, and regularly participates in the organization's cancer-covered podcast, providing information to patients, their families, and those who access it via the internet. For us at MCW Green Bay, he certainly teaches in the clinical space, but I also have asked him many times to lead the Breaking Bad information and communication to patients and their families. It's a unique talent. He has it well perfected. He leads a seminar for first-year medical students at MCW Green Bay. He mentors medical students and residents and regularly has medical students, as I mentioned, in the office with him in clinic. At the core of Dr. Burnett's work is a deep commitment to human connection. I hear it from his patients, from families. He's inspired by the courage of his patients and appreciates the privilege of walking alongside them through life's most challenging moments. There are many people in this community, and yes, at least two in this room, that have benefited from his expertise. His team, his colleagues, members of the community look to their team at GBO, Green Bay Oncology, for guidance, and families look to them for hope and for a future together. It gives me great pleasure to invite my friend and colleague, Dr. Brian Burnett, to the podium to speak to the graduating class. Dr. Burnett.
Well, what a kind introduction. I don't know if I can live up to that. Dr. Hunsaker reached out to me, or his office did, a few months ago with a curious message that he'd like to talk to me about something. I saw Dr. Blank here earlier. He probably knows what that usually means. It's a cancer doctor in the region. When somebody reaches out to me that I haven't heard from for a while, about 80% of the time it's a cancer problem. And turns out it was worse. He asked me to get up here in front of all of you. So I'm gonna give him my best shot, but at least as far as I know, he's perfectly healthy, as is his family and friends. So it's been 19 years since I was in all of your seats, about 24 years since I was accepted into medical school. I know there's a lot of parents here today, and how proud you all must be. When I interviewed for medical school at Michigan State, the dean of admissions got up and talked to everybody and said, you know, my favorite part of this job is occasionally one of our students that we've offered admission to have asked me to call their mother. And when I got that call from the dean of admissions, I said, ma'am, could you please call my mom? And I think many of you can probably share that experience. And now, 4 years later, probably, since you heard about you were getting into medical school, you had somebody tell your parents, you told them all yourself, you're still on this journey. So as a father, and we heard from another father earlier, I would love to be in your shoes someday, so proud of your children. So congratulations to all of you. So when Dr. Hunsaker asked me to speak, the task was to speak to how we as providers can connect to patients in such a polarized, politicized world post-COVID, when all these things have happened in our world that make it dramatically different now than perhaps even when you were pre-med or working towards being here today. There are things you can do. You can still connect to people. So I'll go through a few of those things that I use today, some of those that I've learned, some of that I've developed. Some of you have worked with me and have seen me do them. You can see a couple of you here today that I hope will be future partners. First part, be part of your community. Patients these days, they don't want doctors that are up here on a pedestal. They want doctors they can relate to, that are out there in the community, that they see in the community. They want people. They don't want the patriarchal doctor from 20 or 30 years ago. You're their friend, you're their family member, you're their neighbor, you're their colleague. Treat them as such. Specific to that, one of my favorite stories about how that actually happens. A few years ago, I took care of a judge from one of the neighboring counties here who had a bad problem that we helped him through. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, but a few years go by, and my daughters are probably 7 and 5 at the time. They're 11 and 9 now. And we go to their first softball practice. And the coach walks over and shakes my hand, and he says, "Hi, I'm John. You took care of my dad." "Thanks. He's here today because of you." I was like, "Oh, thanks. You know, this doesn't happen all the time, but it happens regularly enough. I'm still a little bit uncomfortable about it." So the softball season goes on, and I travel a lot for work. On Monday, I was in Escanaba. Tuesday, Manistee, Michigan. Yesterday, Escanaba again. This weekend, St. Vincent, St. Mary's in Green Bay, down in Oshkosh, Appleton. I'm on the road a lot. And there was some conflict where my wife couldn't pick up the girls from softball. And coach said, "Well, just come with us. We're going to my sister's house for a pool party with the kids. They can come, they can play, whatever. And Brian can come whenever he gets home, go home, rest up, come and pick him up whenever." So I drive up to this house over in Luxembourg, and there's about 30 cars on the street. And there's a big crowd behind the house. They've got a pool house and a small pool back there. And as I'm walking across the lawn, my patient, this guy's father, walks across and he goes, "Oh, hey, Dr. Burnett." I'm like, "Oh, hi, Dennis, how are you?" So I walk through the yard, say hi to John and his wife, Connie, and notice that it's a birthday party. I thought, oh, it must be for one of the nieces or nephews. But then there was a table full of bottles of scotch. And it was a birthday for my patient, and apparently I was a surprise guest, VIP for it. So instead of picking up my girls, going home, making dinner, kind of felt a little bit obligated to hang out for a while. It meant so much to those people that I actually stayed there. I stayed, had a couple of drinks, talked to people. His wife introduced me to absolutely everybody at the party. His 12-year-old grandson walks up to me and taps me on the shoulder and has me turn around and reaches out his hand and he tells me, "Thanks for saving my grandpa's life." This is what you get practicing in a community like this. You don't get this in large cities. You've been trained for this. You've seen this. You probably recognize some of your patients on the street. You're part of them, they're part of you. Embrace them. And trying to talk about connecting with people, I'm trying my best not to read off of a script because that seems counterproductive. And another lesson I've learned over time, get to know your patients. When we do what they call a history of present illness and you do your HPI and your H&P and your consults, you get your past medical history, your past family history, past surgical history, and tucked in the middle of our notes is a social history. And they click boxes, the staff does, that somebody's married, has kids, smokes, drinks, drugs, whatever. That's not a social history. That's data entry. What I do, and some of you have seen me do this with patients, is at some point during that conversation, just ask them what they do for fun. Connect with them. Maybe that they're going to a grandkid softball game. Maybe that it's just a little old lady and her dog at home, but she dotes on that dog. Ask about the dog. Connect with them in some way. And when they mention something to you that they're passionate about, that they enjoy, share something about yourself. Share something about your family. If they're talking about their kid's basketball game, say, "Oh yeah, my daughter's in basketball too. She's not very good, but man, she's getting better and it's fun." I did that back in December. 3 days later, we were at a tournament in southern Door County, and my patient that had just been diagnosed with a kidney cancer that was very stressed and anxious walked by me. Just seeing me and talking to me for a minute there about grandchildren and my children's basketball games and them seeing me there, that was therapeutic for him. That helped us build a connection. That helped me take care of him. The other thing, and I guess this is just my thing, some of you know this, some don't, wear cowboy boots. I'm not a cowboy, although my wife and kids have gotten into horses, have maybe got on a horse once. Believe it or not, that helps me take care of patients. And you see an old-time farmer that hasn't been to a doctor in 20 years, that has a new cancer that may even be terminal. They're staring down at their feet at the floor. About 3 minutes into the conversation, they'll look at my feet and say, "You're wearing cowboy boots. Never had a doctor that wore cowboy boots. Do you ride a horse?" And it shifts their entire perspective. Gives me credibility, to be honest, that I don't deserve. I like wearing cowboy boots. I've been wearing them for years. But what I found is that that's a medical tool every bit as important, probably more important than my stethoscope. So now y'all don't need to go out and buy fancy shoes or boots or whatever, but there's something unique about each and every one of you that you can use to take care of patients. And those patients that if you use those things, whether it be cowboy boots or earrings or whatever, there's something about you that you can do non-verbally that can connect with people as well. Next thing I'll mention, I'll be a little bit careful here in the post-COVID world and the highly political world and the left versus the right, the vaxxers, the anti-vaxxers. And Dr. Hess had mentioned this before too. Don't tell people what to do. A patriarchal medical society fails. You're never wrong when you help a patient make their decision. So it's shared decision-making, informed decision-making, and this happens in our clinic all day, every day. There's seldom one right or wrong treatment or management strategy or counseling that you can give for a patient. There's multiple options. It's our job as leaders, as physicians, as providers in these communities to help people make their own decisions and to support them. Whether they're my decisions that I would make or not, my perspective on what decision they make really doesn't matter. It's theirs. So, in the last year or two, I've had a lady in her late 70s that came to us with a lump in her breast. She had a biopsy that showed it was what's called a HER2-positive breast cancer. Treatment for this disease has improved markedly in the last 20 years, to the point where 20 years ago, 1 in 3 women with this disease were alive 5 years later. Now, with her stage and with her biology of the disease, we can cure that 97 to 98% of the time or higher. With treatment that doesn't make somebody feel bad, there's risks associated with it, but typically people do great. Cancer melts away, we can make it gone. She didn't want any part of it. She's perfectly healthy. She's got another 10 or 20 years life expectancy without this. When we first met, she was more worried about what I would say than her cancer, if we would continue to see her. So I went through everything with her, talked about, this is some of the best treatment we have. We can cure this. You may die of old age in 10 or 20 years even. So nope, I don't want it. So, okay, well, this is your decision, not mine. And she's like, will you still see me? Well, yeah, of course we will. And that happened every year or two of my career, even in training. Somebody declines treatment that's going to cure their cancer, is going to save their life, that everybody else takes and does great with. And just say no. There are providers out there that'll say, well, don't come back and see me again if you don't want what I'm recommending. I mean, we'll have that one. I'll talk to them at the end and say, we're happy to see you. How often do you want to come in? We can do an exam. We can help you manage symptoms. We can talk more about this. You can bring your family in. I've seen her every 2 months now for the last year and a half. She's still coming in to see me. She has a good quality of life. She's still happy with her decision. By building that relationship, it's possible that we'll still treat her in a year or two and it becomes something she can't ignore. But the value she finds in just coming and chatting with us, even though she's not proceeding with any treatment, has helped her and has made her life better, I truly believe. And while it's again, politically difficult. Immunizations, vaccinations these days, I don't bother talking about it to hardly anybody. You hear in the news, people are either for vaccinations or anti-vaccinations. About 5 or 10% of people you can actually talk to about it. We were never going to convince a certain quarterback in the area to get vaccinated. Inoculated maybe, but not vaccinated, whatever that means. And that's okay. People have made up their mind. Whether it's vaccinations or cancer care, don't try to convince people that have made up their mind. You're going to waste their time, you're going to waste your time, and you're not going to develop a therapeutic connection. Where am I here? So we're the 8th graduating class here. It was still a brand new medical school. Trust your training. I did a similar program through Michigan State University, their rural physician program, where I did like you. I worked with a physician just one-on-one out in the community. In Lawrence, Michigan, and Escanaba, Michigan, and Marquette, and Ishpeming. I still talk to some of those people today. The connection we were able to develop with patients and with the care team was special, and it prepared me to go on to do my internal medicine residency at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. People that have, be careful with Dr. Raymond behind me, but people that train at large medical centers, they don't have the same experience. People that would come from those same medical centers that didn't have the hands-on and weren't working one-on-one, they were not nearly as prepared as we were. They're not nearly as prepared as you are. So wherever you're going, if it feels overwhelming, if it feels like maybe I'm not cut out to be here with all these prominent people from Harvard or Johns Hopkins or whatever other prominent medical school there is out there, you're prepared. You're more prepared. You're ready to go. You've been there. You haven't had 8 lines of people between you and the teacher or the mentor. You can develop those relationships, and it's prepared you for success. Believe in it, believe in the school, believe in yourself, because I sure as heck do. So I'm not sure if I'm at my time limit or not. I could probably keep talking, but I'll cut it short here. And we've alluded to this a few times. That doctors aren't up here. They're right here. They're your neighbor, they're your friends, they're your family. Treat your doctors like that. Our doctors need to treat our patients like that. Patriarchy needs to be gone. One of the only times our group, Green Bay Oncology, has closed a clinic was about 7 or 8, well, maybe 9 or 10 years ago. Dr. Blank probably knows better than me. We've been serving the Iron Mountain community for about 25 or 30 years, and through some political alliances, we were no longer going to practice there. The last day we had clinic, we had a volunteer that had been working with us named Ted. He'd been working with us for 10 years, helping patients get where they need to go, connecting them with things. It was from a very, very small town called Felch, about an hour away from there. But he would come every time we were there. The last day we were there, I took all of our team out for dinner. We went to a local restaurant. The owner came over, asked what was going on, and he immediately said, "You took care of my mom or my dad 10 or 15 years ago. Thank you guys for coming up here for all these years." Last person I saw when I left up there was Ted. Comes over, he shakes my hand, one of those handshakes that you think is going to break your hand, but they won't let go. Brings me a little closer, and he gave me the best compliment I've ever had in my life. He said, "Dr. Burnett, thank you so much. It's meant the world to me to work with you. You're not right here. You're not right here. You're right here. So as you go into your careers, make sure that's where you are with your patients, with your team, with your community. Be right here. I know you'll do it, and we're all proud of you. Thank you."
Thank you, Brian, for sharing your words with the graduates and their families. I would now like to invite to the podium Hannah Wheeler from the MCW class of 2025 to say a few words. Hannah, please.
Congratulations to the MCW class of 2025. And thank you, faculty, preceptors, staff, community members, peers, family, friends, and all the supporters who are here or watching as we celebrate this immense accomplishment and look ahead to the next step in our journeys. Thinking back 3 or 4 years ago, this day truly seemed miles away. There were things that we knew would take place over the next few years. Drinking from the Niagara Falls fire hose of medical knowledge, tackling research projects, surviving full-day board examinations, and enduring long nights at the hospital fueled on pure will and caffeine. Shout out to Bubbler and Celsius. As we have all experienced, medical school is kind of like the 800-meter race. Short enough that you have to run really fast, but long enough that you are brought to the deepest point of your resolve to continue moving forward, step by step. Yet I think in that first week, it was also easy to underestimate the true joy and privilege in starting this journey. In the early days, outweighing the trepidation, there was already a certain excitement in the air. The pursuit of a medical degree was finally about to begin, and we received a fancy new white coat that we would definitely not spill coffee on multiple times. Thinking back to that first year, I am reminded of memories in the anatomy lab with my classmates, discovering spatial relationships of the organs, vasculature, and nerves, hours downstairs in the MCW basement, writing and rewriting all the biochemical pathways on the whiteboards, and time spent in practice rooms, sharpening our physical exam skills, one tactile fremitus at a time. Through the stresses and many tests, we ultimately knew that we were in this journey together, and that brought us closer together. This community meant a lot, as I'm not from here. Hailing from Montana, there were certain changes to adapt to when I moved, like where technically is up north? What in the world is a bubbler? And how do I make the gas come out of the pump at Quick Trip? Thankfully, throughout my time here, people have been so gracious to bring me into their lives and their world. And my siblings say I've even picked up a Wisconsin accent to prove it. People know Green Bay as the small city with a football team owned by the fans. Similarly, this community takes ownership and pride in having medical students in the clinics and hospitals. The people within the community, my classmates, the school faculty, preceptors, and patients welcomed myself and all of us in. From inviting students in for holidays and Packer games, to setting up competitive bowling matches and intramural games, to supporting a snack closet and fridge for long weekends at school studying, we are grateful for the investment from others in our education and well-being. In another vein, it was a blessing to give back and immerse ourselves into the community through health education for various groups and ages, working at the food pantry, or serving meals for those with family members receiving care in the hospital. Balance is often a word thrown around, something ethereal that we all hope to somehow obtain. And it is here that I want to reiterate just how incredibly proud I am of each of my fellow colleagues for their grit and determination to make it to this day. There have been immeasurable efforts as well as sacrifices in balancing class coursework in an accelerated curriculum, research projects, clinical rotations here in Green Bay and the surrounding towns, shelf and step examinations, away rotations, applying to residency, interviewing, all to ultimately walk across that stage in March to find your match. Even more than this, I'm proud of the emphasis these peers have placed on investing their time into things that matter most, and that is others. Whether this has looked like mentorships of students in M1 and M2 classes, or volunteering to provide care and services for underserved and disadvantaged populations within our community, the ability to look outside oneself and serve someone else is an important piece that I hope continues on for years to come. As physicians, we will certainly have the opportunity to touch individual lives within the confines of a closed clinic door, a successful operation, or a quick thinking decision. But outside the four walls of the clinic or hospital, we will continue to have more chances to make a difference as leaders within our community, and I hope we will continue to take these opportunities. This is a time where there is an exceptional need for knowledgeable physicians to bring evidence-based scientific guidance and management to our communities. Yet with this opportunity comes the privilege to form a relationship between a physician and patient, to meet them where they are at, answer concerns they may have, and perhaps most importantly, truly listen. A quote that sticks with me from Dr. Arnold Gold states, "Of all the tools in my medical bag, the most important of all is not the bag itself. It's my ears to listen to the patient." Knowing this class, I have no doubt you will excel in that, and that the patients whose lives you touch will be better for it. On a personal note, there was a time when I did not think I would make it to this day. During my second year, my dad was unexpectedly diagnosed with leukemia, and everything I thought I was doing or had planned was thrown into uncertainty. I am thankful first to God for carrying me and my family through the trial, and that my dad is no longer battling cancer. I'm also deeply grateful to the MCW and Green Bay community for their support, not just for me, but for all students who have faced unexpected hardships. Looking around today, I see faces that represent sacrifice, support, and steadfast belief in us. To all of you, thank you. We are here because of you. As we move into the next chapter of our careers, I know this class will carry forward not only in medical knowledge, but compassion, resilience, and purpose. May we continue to grow, both as physicians and people, and make you proud every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. I would now like to invite to the podium Dr. Deborah Kostakis, Interim Dean of the Medical College of Wisconsin School of Medicine, to share some remarks for the graduates and to lead them in the Declaration of Geneva, the oath of becoming a physician. Dr. Kostakis.
Congratulations, class of 2025. What a truly moment. We're not doing the oath yet. I get to talk first. Sorry. So you can sit down, but it won't be long, and then I'll have his name. This is a truly momentous occasion. So to our remarkable students, please accept my warmest congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. Look around you. You've done it, and today is a day to celebrate. thinking back to my own graduation day, let's just say that was overwhelming feeling and pure elation at finally being done with medical school. And I suspect some of you might be feeling a touch of that today. But remember that your hard work and your dedication and late nights haven't happened in a vacuum. We owe a tremendous amount of gratitude to our parents and family members, friends and teachers, and those who have supported you every step of the way. Their unwavering belief in you has been instrumental to your success. So thank you for all being here today. Your time here has laid a crucial foundation, a robust framework of knowledge and skills upon which you will now build your careers. Remember, this isn't the end of learning, but rather the beginning of a lifelong commitment to growth and discovery in the ever-evolving field of medicine. You'll find out all about CME credits after residency. But in all seriousness, embrace this next chapter with courage, compassion, and a thirst for knowledge. The future of medicine rests in your capable hands, and now it's my honor to lead you in the oath for the medical school. It is my pleasure to present the 2025 School of Medicine candidates. Before the conferral of degrees, we will proceed with the administration of the Physician's Pledge, the Declaration of Geneva. You all have it in your seats. Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, stand up. Raise your right hand and recite with me the Declaration of Geneva. As a member of the medical profession, I pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity through the art and science of medicine. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patients. I will value the individuality of my patients and care for them to the best of my ability. I will safeguard the confidentiality of my patients. I will practice my profession with conscience and integrity and in accordance with medical standards. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the community and the improvement of healthcare. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities so that I am able to provide the best care for my patients. I will engage in honest self-reflection upon my character, acknowledging both my strengths and limitations. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights or civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Please be seated.
Congratulations to all of you. Dr. Raymond, you've joined me at the podium for the conferral of the Doctor of Medicine degree. Dr. Raymond, on behalf of the faculty of the Medical College of Wisconsin, I present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine and recommend that this degree be conferred upon them.
Thank you, Dean Hunsaker. By the authority delegated to me from the Medical College of Wisconsin Board of Trustees, I now confer upon the candidates the degree Doctor of Medicine and pronounce you graduates of the Medical College of Wisconsin. Graduates, please come forward to receive your academic hood and diploma. I'd now like to invite Sunny DeBalick, MCW Green Bay's campus administrator, to the podium to announce our graduates.
Graduates, as I call your name, please proceed to center stage to be hooded. After your hooding, please remain at center stage to accept your diploma. Dr. Elizabeth Abiglin, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Matthew Barthel, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Brenton Bushnell, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Allison Eierman, hooded by her cousin, Dr. Taylor Backus. Dr. Emma Ellis, hooded by her mentor, Dr. Bradley Burmeister. Dr. Manat Gill, hooded by her father, Dr. Aman Singh Gill. Dr. Elizabeth Glynn, hooded by her brother, Dr. Jack Knoll. Dr. Isaiah Haudegi, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Rebecca Mastee, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Derek Olson, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Zoe Troop Weller Patrick, hooded by Abigail Brooks. Dr. Molly Perry, hooded by Dr. Joe Kellner. Dr. Samuel Schaefer, hooded by Dr. Jacob Meyer. Dr. Dylan Sturdivant, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Brianna Vonderheide, hooded by Dr. Aaron Green. Dr. Hannah Wheeler, hooded by her mother, Dr. Heather Jane Wheeler. Congratulations, graduates.
I'd now like to welcome Dr. Jacob Meyer to the podium to deliver the faculty charge to the graduating class. Dr. Meyer.
Thank you. Congratulations, doctors. It is a true honor to stand before you here today. This achievement is truly immense and should definitely not be understated. To reach this moment, you have given all of your physical energy, mental focus, and emotional depth. Your perseverance is both humbling and inspiring. Do take a moment today to reflect on your journey and give yourselves the credit that you have undeniably earned. Being a physician is a profound privilege. There is no other profession that so fully encapsulates and represents the human condition. You command a vast body of scientific knowledge and understand life itself down to the molecular level. But medicine and life are certainly more than that. You navigate and support the metaphysical and emotional aspects of human existence. You not only see people for truly all of who they are, but are then asked to become a part of their lives. Every life you touch will indeed be changed, sometimes small, but often in lasting, life-altering ways. That may sound dramatic, but I assure you is very real. This invitation is a profound gift that calls for not only clinical excellence, but also the deepest compassion, humility, and an unwavering commitment to human dignity. Embody these values in how you provide care for others and in how you care for yourselves. Remember that you are a part of humanity too. This is perhaps the greatest expectation of you, to advance the human condition through science, truth, and kindness. If not you, then who? There is no one better suited. Today, we ask you to trust in what you have learned, who you have become, and then the purpose that led you here. Your greatest challenges will take the form of cynicism, apathy, unfair criticism, and doubt. We are always surrounded by these distractions. In those moments, stay grounded in your truth. What you know, what you do, they matter. Why you do it matters. And who you do it for matter. They matter to your patients, your peers, your community, and to you. Rest assured that you have built your knowledge, grown your wisdom, and shaped your character with intention. You have cultivated an unequivocal understanding of life that is urgently needed in today's world. Just as importantly, you have grown rich in empathy, curiosity, spirit, and love. That did not happen by accident. We have all seen it and have experienced it. You represent the very best of what it means to be a person. We look to you not just as physicians, but our leaders in our collective future. And we believe in you. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations to each of you. On behalf of the institution, but for me personally, I've watched you grow, and I couldn't be prouder of each of you. We've conferred the degree today, medical doctor, the title of physician. I'm certain you'll make us all proud. I have a request of each of you. Some of your teachers have been graduates of this campus, I ask you also, please teach the students who come after you. Make teaching a part of your practice and let the enthusiasm you have for medicine radiate to your students. Give of your knowledge, a little bit of your time, and as others in this community have given to you, be the inspiration for the next group of doctors. What you do with your life as a physician is up to you. You've earned the title, and I know you'll make the world a better place with what you know and what you do. I, are confident in your strength and will be excited to see where you go in your future. But please know this. No matter how far away your residency and your personal journey may take you, you'll always have a home here in Green Bay. You'll always have people who care about you. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and indeed this whole community, congratulations, the newest doctors in Green Bay. I would ask the attendees to remain seated until the stage party and the graduates have exited. You can meet your graduate immediately outside of this room following the ceremony, and we'll make the stage available to you for pictures should you like them. To all of you and all those watching this ceremony at a later date or online, thanks for being with us, and let's give the class of 2025 one more round of applause.